Why smart men are quietly walking away from marriage. Let's stop pretending. You're 35. Good job. Solid income. No debt. You hit the gym. You've got friends. You've got goals. And you don't want to get married. Not because you're broken. Not because you hate women. Not because you're scared. You just don't see the upside. That alone makes people uncomfortable. Because the narrative says, if a man doesn't want marriage, something must be wrong with him. Immature, afraid of commitment, emotionally unavailable. But what if he's just paying attention? Look around. 3 generations ago, men sacrificed everything for family. They worked themselves into early graves, destroyed their bodies, buried their dreams, and they did it proudly. Why? Because the deal made sense. You provide, you protect, you sacrifice. In return, loyalty, respect, a stable family, children you raise, a wife who stands beside you. Clear exchange. That contract held society together. But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. The contract changed. The expectations for men stayed exactly the same. The rewards disappeared. Today, what's a man expected to do? Make more money, lead, pay for dates, initiate everything, be emotionally strong, be financially stable, take risks, protect, provide. Same list as 1920. Now what does he get? Respect? Conditional. Loyalty? Optional. Gratitude? Rare. Security? Non-existent. And if the marriage ends, half of everything gone. Kids? Most likely not living with him. Child support? Mandatory. Assets? Divided. Peace? Destroyed. This isn't red pill rage. This is risk assessment. Men aren't becoming weaker. They're becoming more analytical. Take Chris, 34. Software engineer. Makes over 6 figures. In shape, social, intelligent. He dates, but he doesn't sign contracts. His mom asks about grandkids. Friends tell him to grow up, but Chris ran the numbers. Divorce rates hover around 60 to 80%. Custody heavily favors mothers in practice. Child support is enforced aggressively. Family courts are not neutral playgrounds. If the odds were like that in business, would you invest? No, you'd call it a bad deal. But when it comes to marriage, you're told to shut up and trust love. Let's talk about Mark. Blue-collar guy, 31, married his high school sweetheart, took out loans for the wedding, mortgage on a small house, worked 60-hour weeks. She said she was unhappy. Divorce. She keeps the house with the child. He keeps the mortgage and child support. He sees his son twice a month. Within a year, she's dating someone else, living in the house Mark still pays for. You can call that bitterness, or you can call it reality. And there are thousands of Marks. So, the younger men are watching. They're watching their fathers get crushed, watching their coworkers lose homes, watching friends sleep in small apartments while paying for houses they don't live in. And they're asking a very simple question. Why would I volunteer for that risk? Now here's where it gets interesting. At the same time, men are told to step up. They're also told to soften. Be strong, but not too dominant. Lead, but don't control. Be vulnerable, but don't look weak. Provide, but don't expect appreciation. It's a psychological maze. Do what women say they want, you lose attraction. Do what actually builds attraction, you're called toxic. Men are noticing something uncomfortable. The rules are contradictory. Let's talk about Daniel. 38, engineer, educated, reads books, goes to therapy, splits chores, cooks, emotionally available. His wife praised him for being supportive, then left him for a more dominant, unpredictable man. Her explanation: I need passion. I need excitement. Translation: being safe isn't enough. So now young men are processing all of this. They see 3 archetypes. 1, the married guy paying alimony. 2, the emotionally perfect guy who's still lost. 3, the single guy building wealth, traveling, calm, and free. Who looks happiest? Be honest. It's the 3rd guy. This isn't about hating women. It's about incentives. Human beings respond to incentives. If sacrifice guarantees stability, men sacrifice. If sacrifice guarantees risk, men withdraw. Simple. For thousands of years, masculinity meant burden, and men accepted it because burden came with honor. Today, burden comes with litigation. Men are not opting out because they're lazy. They're opting out because the cost-benefit equation flipped. And here's the real, uncomfortable truth. Women aren't competing with other women anymore. They're competing with men's peace. If a man's life is calmer, wealthier, and freer alone, you must offer something that clearly improves it. Not guilt, not shame, not real men commit. Value, genuine value. And before anyone screams misogyny, ask yourself, if marriage is such a great deal, why does it require constant social pressure to maintain participation? Why are men shamed into it? Because once men run the math, emotion isn't enough. This is where foresight matters. There are systems that claim to evaluate compatibility before commitment, to assess alignment, personality dynamics, long-term risk factors. The argument is simple. If you're signing a legal contract that can financially impact you for 18+ years, why wouldn't you analyze compatibility first? You research stocks, you research real estate, you research cars, but marriage? Just follow your heart. That mindset has consequences. This isn't anti-marriage. It's anti-blind risk. If you're divorced and paying child support right now, you already understand. If you're 25 and thinking long-term, pay attention, because once you've seen enough evidence, you can't unsee it. The world changed. Men noticed, and they're not marching in protest. They're just quietly walking away.
Shimko system, the system that reveals compatibility in percentages and helps you find your true soulmate.